Meeting April 14th, 2026. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing for an invocation. Again.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Heavenly Father, we thank you for bringing us together today in a spirit of generosity. May we honor one another by keeping an open mind. May we voice our truth and listen with an open heart. We ask this in your name. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Roll call.
Councilmember Pimentel.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Ball.
Here.
Councilmember Tomlinson.
Here.
Councilmember Harden.
Here.
Mayor Graham.
Here. Out of closed sessions, there's no reportable actions. Declarations of conflicts of interest today. Are there any? I'm not seeing any. Ceremonial matters, none. Item number 7, items from the public, non-agenda item. Is anybody wishing to speak tonight? Please go ahead and step up to the mic and state your name, address, and
Good evening, council members, city officials. My name is Jared Lara. I serve as the chairperson of the West Nassau Fire Protection District. Director Mary Lopes and I are here speaking on behalf of the district board today. I want to begin by emphasizing that the West Nassau County Fire Protection District firmly believes that cooperation between our agencies is beneficial to our collective community. When it comes to fire and life safety services, our shared responsibility is the safety and service of the community we represent. Although the previous service and cooperative agreements were terminated effective April 1st, it is important for the community to know that this change does not mean a loss of fire or fire safety services. It is our hope that both our agencies can remain committed to ensuring that our community continues to receive timely and effective fire and emergency response, as has been occurring with the joint sharing of Station 55 since the April 1st termination. The district wishes to continue mutual or automatic aid agreements, and regardless, the district will continue to respond to the City of Newman calls whenever called upon. In particular, the continued joint use of Station 55, which is owned and contributed to by both agencies, allows services to continue to be provided to the community without impact or interruption to our residents, businesses, and landowners. The shared use of Station 55 ensures continuity of service and provides a path forward for both our agencies to effectively service our respective communities. The district remains ready to work cooperatively with the City of Newman in a manner that is transparent, respectful, and focused on long-term provision of fire and life safety services. We will continue to work with the City of Newman to share Station 55 to ensure that when fire and life safety services are needed, they are provided. At the end of the day, many of our volunteers serve the same community, respond to the same emergencies, and uphold the same mission of providing fire and life safety services. We believe that partnership, even during change and transition, is the best path forward for our communities. On behalf of the West Nassau County Fire Protection District and the Board of Directors, we thank you for your time and your continued commitment to public safety. Thanks.
thank you, Jared. Anyone else?
Sorry, guys, I'm a little rusty. Good evening, everyone. Justin Farkas, representing the office of Assemblyman Juan Alanis. I hope you didn't miss me too much last month. I was spent some time with family, but I'm sure my district director, Evan, did you all well with her report. I've got 4 bills to go over today. All 4 of these bills are being heard or have already been heard this week and are all expected to pass. So just want to let you guys know about what's happening up in the Capitol this week. Assembly Bill 1814, this bill is a part of a larger 10-bill bipartisan bill package, really cracking down on impaired driving in the state of California. There was a report done that we have some of the most lenient impaired driving laws in the country. And so we have partnered with some of our Democrat colleagues to bring more justice to not only to victims, but preventative measures as well, ensuring that folks are not on the road using substances while behind the wheel. So Assembly Bill 1814, what this bill does is establishes a minimum training requirements for peace officers in training in identifying impaired drivers. That bill will be in the Assembly Appropriations Committee. Assembly Bill 1765, this bill passed on consent today. It expands the Disabled Veteran License Plate Program to vehicles up to 10,000 pounds. It was before 8,000 pounds. That bill will be going to the Assembly Appropriations Committee. Assembly Bill 2328 raises the sentences for hit and run drivers resulting in severe injury by 1 year, kind of piggybacking onto that impaired driving work that we're doing. And lastly, Assembly Bill 1612, Mayor Graham, Mr. Richardson, you guys probably know a little bit about this. It deals with establishing a statewide process to destroy evidence of the state of California because we no longer have incinerators. And right now it's real patchwork how our law enforcement agencies are getting rid of their evidence, and as well as whether it's real gray area as to whether they're doing it legally or not. Some are burying it, some are burning it anyway, some are sending it out of state, and no one knows if they're doing the right thing or not. So this would establish a statewide process to give those substances to DOJ, who can get them out of the system the correct way. Thank you, guys.
Anybody else wishing to speak tonight? All you kids, nobody wants to get up and talk? All right. All right, item number 8, consent calendar. A, waive all readings of ordinance and resolution except by title. B, approval of warrants. C, approval of minutes of the March 24th, 2026 meeting. D, adopt resolution 2026, next to number, resolution accepting the Newman Environmental Wetland System News Project as complete, authorizing the city clerk to record a notice of completion with the Stanislaus County, and authorizing the city manager to make a final payment of retention funds to Rolfe Construction Incorporated.
Move we adopt the consent calendar.
Second.
We have first and second, go and vote electronically. Motion carries 5-0. Public hearings, there's none tonight. Item number 10, regular business. Adopt resolution 2026, next to number, a resolution approving the calculation of the maximum garbage collection rates per prior contractual agreement. Lou?
Garbage. The city of Newman does not set the garbage rates that we charge to the residents. It is set by Bertolotti. However, Bertolotti cannot set any rate that they want to. We have in our agreement with them a method for calculating new rates every 2 years. So for the last 2 years, we've had the same rates, and then coming up in July, we're going to be switching over to the new rates. You guys good? No? We'll be switching over to the new rates. If you do look at the rate chart, it is going to go up $2.60, which seems a little steep. However, if you look at the total cost per month, it's like, was it something I said? It goes up $2.60 to $29.58, which is roughly $15 a week. And if you think about it, if you lived so many miles away from a garbage dump like we do, and you would have to haul your own garbage every week all the way out to the dump and wait in line and a dump of stuff where it smells really bad and then come all the way back, and somebody came up to you and says, you know what, for $7.50 a week, I'll drop a 90-gallon can off the front of your house and you put whatever in it and I'll take care of it for you. Absolutely a deal. I wouldn't complain about it at all. So anyway, these are the new calculation rates. Like I said, we don't actually set the rate. This is according to their contract. And then once these are approved, we'll send them off to Bertolotti. Bertolotti will notify us what the rate will be. There actually have been some cases where the rate has gone down because the dump fees at Finker Landfill went down. But in this particular case, they're going up. And part of the reason for that big increase is that they closed the waste to energy facility, which was actually cheaper for us to dump a portion of our stuff there. But since that is closed, we're having to pay the higher price for everything. But I'd be happy to answer any questions you may have.
Seeing none, I'll bring it back to council. Oh. Yes.
So if somebody in the community wanted to opt out and do their own hauling, would they have that option?
Yeah, it's actually in the code that you can do that. However, you do have to take it every week. You do have to keep a receipt for it and then bring it back and provide it to the city. Just,
Provide a receipt?
yeah, to show that you're actually doing it and that not actually taking it and dumping it at somebody else's property or in a commercial bin.
Not for me, just that.
Yeah. So the option is there, but
I'll bring it back to council for action.
Move we adopt item 10A, adopt resolution 2026, a resolution approving the calculation of the maximum garbage collection rates per prior contractual agreement.
I'll second.
We have first and second, going to vote.
thank you.
Motion carries 5-0. Thank you, Lou. Item B, report on the 2026 downtown market events and the downtown plaza.
Good evening, Mayor, council members, community members. We are bringing the farmers market back this year in June. The month of June, every Friday from 3 to 9 p.m. Market hours would be from 4 to 8. We're actually asking for a downtown closure of 3 to 9 p.m. Like I stated, it's going to be in the 1300 block of Main Street here in our plaza area in the back area. The event organizer, the chamber, and ourselves are asking for exclusive use of the downtown plaza, blocking off the 1300 block of Main Street, closures between Main Street, on Main Street between Tulare and Fresno Streets. We're asking you waive the standards of the downtown event, the cleanup deposit fee, the traffic control device fee, and the restroom and electrical use fee. With that, all other downtown standards will exist. If you notice, I didn't ask for the $1,000 reduction of the insurancing part. The Newman Chamber of Commerce is increasing their general liability insurance coverage from $1,000 to $2,000 per occurrence with a $2 million, from $1 million to $2 million per occurrence with a $3 million aggregate limit for the downtown market event. To comply with our City of Newman Risk Management Authority requirements. The RMA, in our words, determines the insurance requirements based on the nature and the level of risk associated with the event and its activities, rather than the size of the event and the city's relationship with the organizer. In addition to local insurance providers, event organizers may obtain coverage through multiple special event brokers recommended by our RMA. Failure to properly transfer the risk could significantly increase the city's financial exposure, including raising the city's retained limit from $10,000 to $50,000 per claim if we don't do it correctly. So I just wanted to emphasize that and let you guys know that we are going to be abiding by every single insurance need for this event coming up forward. With that, I can answer any questions that y'all may have.
Any questions? All right, I'll bring it back to council for action.
Move to accept the report on the 2026 downtown market events at the downtown plaza.
A second.
First and second, go and vote.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ally. Motion carries 5-0. Item C, adopt a resolution 2026, next number, a resolution approving the purchase and sale agreement with Newman Crows Landing School District for 2.05 acres, a portion of the Stanislaus County APN 026-034-011, and authorizing the city manager to execute said agreement.
Thank you, Mayor, members of the council. As traditionally what happens in small cities over time, we share resources, and way back probably in the 50s or 60s, we ended up utilizing some of our city property and gave it over to the high school, and they used it. As you can see, there's that blue area. Part of it's their outfield, and then some of it is a parking lot at the end of Park Avenue there. The district recently went through a bond sale, and they're going to be doing some improvements to those areas. Unfortunately, they cannot spend bond proceeds unless they own the property. So they've came to us and asked us to purchase that. That blue area totals 2.05 acres. After we've done some negotiations with them on price and terms, we've drafted the purchase and sale agreement that's within your package there. And then we put that together for you. The price is $70,000 an acre. The district is also agreeing to put in curb gutter sidewalk along where it's showing the pool all the way to the tennis courts right there. Right now, it's just landscape area. And any of you that have gone out during tennis time, notice there's no place for viewers to actually stand and watch the tennis. So they're standing in the middle of the street, which which gives an instance of vehicles versus pedestrians that are in the way. So we asked them to put that in, and they've agreed to do that as well. We've also asked for an agreement that will allow us to continue to utilize the parking lot facility, because right now there's currently a fence at the end of park as you get right into that dirt area there. And if, let's just say there's an event going on in Metairie and there's cars along this south side here, it's very difficult for cars to get in if that gate is closed to actually turn around and go back out Hardin Road. So we want to be able to use that. Also, Metairie is a very busy facility during baseball and softball season, so we need the additional parking on there as well. When the school put in the pool and the tennis courts, it took out a lot of parking that was being used for Metairie Field. So that's why we've asked for that agreement in there as well. So it's staff's recommendation that we go ahead and the council approve the purchase and sale agreement with the district for that 2.05 acres and authorize the city manager to execute said documents. And I can answer any questions you may have.
I'll bring it to council. Or any questions?
No questions.
All right.
Okay.
For action.
Move to adopt resolution number 2026, a resolution approving a purchase and sale agreement with Newman Crows Landing School District for 2.05 acres, a portion of Stanislaus County, APN 026-034-011, and authorizing the city manager to execute said agreement.
Second.
We got first and second, vote electronically. Motion carries 5-0. Thank you. Item number 11, items from the District 5 Council Supervisor. I don't think they're here today, or representative. Items from the city manager and staff. Michael?
Thank you, Mayor. Not much to report, but the one I would like to call out, and I just sent it out to you a while back. We're very fortunate. We did submit a community funding request to Congressman Gray's office to clean up the former Foster Farms turkey hatchery site at the end of Main Street, and Main Street. That site has asbestos and lead paint in it. So there's some specialized work that needs to be done there. Our project is included in the number of projects that he will be forwarding off to the full Congress. So that's exciting to hear. Lots of times when the congressmen forward those off, they do get approved. So we asked for $1 million, and it looks like that may come to fruition. We'll keep you updated. But right now, I'd like to just thank Congressman Gray's office for recommending us to go forward. Also, Assemblymember Juan Alanis's office wrote us a letter in support of it. So did Condon's office and Opportunity Stanislaus and the Chamber of Commerce. So we got good support on this project. And so that would be a great long-term project for those of you in that area that you might recall. Foster Farms has been gone for a number of years. The site's fallen in disrepair. It's really an eyesore on our community. If we can get that site cleaned up, then we can work with the private industry. And then we're looking at doing a 2 to 3 story building, which would be ground floor commercial service, Main Street uses, with apartments above, either on the second and or third floor on there. And we hope that would be a catalyst for that part of downtown and really extend our Main Street improvements south all the way to Inyo. And then there's a parcel across the street as well that's vacant. So maybe that would even further enhance the opportunity for someone to develop that as well. So I'm very excited about that. And then just lastly, and our high school students unfortunately don't get to do this yet, but the tax man calls tomorrow. So something you guys got to look forward to. So
They're all graduating, so they get looking forward to it soon.
that's all I had, Mayor.
Thank you much. Ally?
Again, Mayor, council members, community members, not too much to report other than we do have College of Kimbo still continuing all year long. If anybody's interested in participating in martial arts, come to the teen center, get some information on that. We also have adult basketball for a lot of you guys graduating. You can play basketball at YOLO Gym Friday nights from 6 to 9, Sunday as well from 6 to 9. With that, I can answer any questions you might have.
Thank you, Ally.
Thank you.
Chief Richardson.
Evening, Mayor, council members. I don't have anything to report tonight, but I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Thank you. Nope. Yeah, nothing to report. Thanks. Thomas?
You know I have something. Number one thing, we're currently have the spring cleanup going on all week over at 1420 M Street. That's all week, but we have a special, the household hazardous waste on Saturday, April 18th at the Corporation Yard at 712 Fresno Street. You can bring your household hazardous waste. Additionally, e-waste on this Friday. So that's where your TVs, your monitors, your flat screens, your cell phones, cables, PCs, those kinds of things that are considered in electronic waste. That's Friday 17th at 712 Fresno Street, the Corporation Yard. Additionally, the Tire Amnesty event is going on from the 15th to the 18th at the Corporation Yard, where a limit of 9 tires per household. And then just a reminder, all these trash and hazardous waste drop-offs are for residents only, not commercial. And a shredded day on Saturday, the April 18th. And a reminder, the flyers on our website. Additionally, residents can call for more information to City Hall. And excitingly, we have our Measure L project that's for L Street and some of M Street rehabilitation we're putting the bid package together, and we're hopeful for end of April posting, bid posting about a month in the paper with bringing an award for consideration in a June timeline. And I can answer any questions.
Just one quick unrelated question. When will Councilmember Pimentel and I be able to walk our granddaughters around the news project?
So currently, news as we saw, we have a notice of completion for the construction part of it. We're working on finalizing grant requirements, and in addition to those grant requirements, it's setting up in a safe way for members of the public to be able to come on site. That was not included in the grant requirements, the grant coverage requirements, and so I do not have an exact date for you just yet.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you, Thomas. Chief Bowen?
Good evening, Mayor, Council. Just a few things. We did take delivery of the Type 3 OES today, so we got it over there at the fire station. We're going to get it set up and get it in service and get it put into dispatch so we can start using it. We're continuing to do business inspections and new business inspections, so you'll see our fire inspector out there hard at work. And then just want to remind the community we had a potential structure over the last week that we believe involved electrical cords. So just be careful while you're out there using extension cords or any of those things. Be wary. If you're not using it, unplug it from the wall and put it away. If you use it temporarily, that's fine. Then just put it away. So I can answer any other questions you guys might have. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. Pro Tem?
Just thank you to staff as always and our volunteers.
Giselle?
Nothing to report.
Nothing.
Well, I'll take the opportunity with having so many people here tonight. So I just got an email earlier this week. Fall Festival planning is coming up next week in the community room on Tuesday, the 21st. Last year, they struggled and almost didn't have a fall festival. So for those of you that love to go to that event, that find it near and dear in your heart and want to maybe help out or just find out what they're trying to plan and maybe have some ideas, please take the time, 6 p.m. on the 21st in the community room. If you don't know where it's at, it's the room right behind the police station. It faces the gas station. Take some time, come over there, check it out, see if you might be able to lend a hand or maybe a couple ideas. But Fall Festival planning is starting now. Brian Mello helps head that up. So if you know who he is, you maybe even bend his ear. But love to hear your ideas.
Well, happy to see all you kids here, but you guys really waited till the last minute. School's almost out. If you guys need your sign, come up to one of the council members or myself, and we'll sign your paperwork so you guys have all taken care of, okay? Well, everybody have a good night, and I ask for adjournment.
Move we adjourn.
Second.